Hi Pisces, how's it going? I hope you're doing awesome today. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Lynn, and I'm going to be doing a reading all about you, okay? These are the cards that came out for you, plus an animal spirit card. You got the butterfly. This is a 10-card Celtic cross spread. I just have it in 2 rows. It's just easier for me. I've already cleared the energy of the cards. So when I do readings and I pull court cards, kings, queens, knights, pages, they either represent you, someone in your life, or a situation. And so now this reading is going to be all about you, but just take it how it resonates though, okay? Because it is a general reading. So let's see here. Your first card that came out is the Lover's card. This is a major arcana. You got 1, 2, 3 major arcanas in your reading today. So the Lover's card is about love. It's about unions, partnerships. It's about choices, relationships, romance, soulmates, kindred spirits. But the overall message of the Lover's card is about choice. This is your first card. It represents your current situation. It's Gemini energy. So yeah, this card represents a choice to be made. More importantly, it represents different ways to make decisions. You're being asked to consider carefully how you make the important decision before you. Should you follow your heart? Do you do what makes sense? The Lover's card suggests that there's a way to marry the head and the heart, so that you can make a wise, balanced decision, okay? The Lover's card refers to thoughtfulness in making choices. It can represent romantic love. It doesn't have to. It's a statement about a union of opposites, whether it's between two people or within ourselves. We all have opposing traits and inner dichotomies that need to be reconciled. Partners often experience conflict that requires making choices. This card could point to the need to heal a rift. A critical life decision must be made. It could be in connection with a love relationship. You may be at a crossroads at the moment, and you have to consider all the ramifications of the situation and choose carefully so that you can further your own development and accommodate the needs of others in your situation, okay? The Lover's card is a card of cooperation, of working together with others to accomplish joint purposes. It stands for attraction of any kind, not just the romantic kind. It can stand for any venture requiring harmony, union, and cooperation. A choice between two factors of equal worth may be required, but Spirit is saying the choice you make will be the right one. 2 or more people may have come together in your life in pursuit of a common goal. some kind of collaboration. The Lovers represents service to others. Love, romance, and emotional, spiritual, and physical union. It's a soulmate card. Your choices are not crystal clear. You need to use your intuition for this decision. Okay? Let me just think here. Yeah. So the Lover's card, let me just think here. No, not the Justice. Okay. So then your second card is the Queen of Cups. This card represents what's crossing you or what's challenging you or your situation. This decision you have to make, Pisces, is going to affect the rest of your life. So anyway, this is a big deal. So your next card is the Queen of Cups. This card represents what's challenging you, or it could be what you're celebrating. The Queen of Cups is another card that represents love. This card is, Spirit is saying, whether you're a male or female, you're warm, you're a healer, you're very intuitive, you're very supportive, loyal, faithful, maybe a little bit shy, very caring, peace-loving. You have many creative talents. Some of you are psychic. Some of you are empaths. A good parent. Very sensitive. The Queen of Cups, a counselor. She is represented by Cancer in the zodiac. She's loyal, faithful, easily wounded, kind, happy. She represents happiness. Is very imaginative, a good listener, has many creative talents, maybe artistic, is inspirational, is emotionally stable, is in flow. Okay, could be a bit of a daydreamer. Very emotionally mature. An artist with visionary tendencies. Your psychic ability is highly developed and tends to be accurate, but you temper your intuitive nature with mature judgment. These qualities apply, although they may still be undeveloped. This queen likes to make a pleasant place for people to gather. She wants everyone to be comfortable and happy. She's very sensitive to others' feelings, often knows when something is wrong before they do, and she usually knows just what can help the problem too. She can be quiet and shy, but once engaged in a conversation, she is a good and caring listener, kind, gentle, nurturing, a lover of the arts. She encourages the skills and talents of others. Her psychic abilities can be very strong. She can be moody, depressed, or overly introverted. Take it how it resonates. Okay, Pisces? The Queen of Cups is a dreamy woman who sits on a throne. She's aware of feelings and even the unconscious ones. She's known as the Queen of Emotions or Hearts. She has attained a level of deep understanding of her own emotions as well as those of others. Very intuitive, very loving and helpful. And then your third card is the Eight of Cups reversed. When a card comes out reversed, it means, again, that you're getting extra protection from Spirit, okay? So this card is about indecision again. Indecision comes up a few times in your reading. It's about walking away. This card is telling you to have hope, okay? It's a card of hope for sure. The Eight of Cups reversed is your foundation card. It represents the basis of your situation or foundation. You may be trying one more time, or you may decide that you're going to walk away. This is a card of avoidance, a fear of change, a fear of loss, indecision, stagnation, aimlessly drifting, accepting less, staying in a bad situation, avoidance, monotony, accepting less. It's also a card of great joy and happiness and feasting. Your foundation message, Spirit is saying that you're running away without facing your problem. Things haven't worked out as you had hoped and you want to bolt without giving the situation a second chance, but if you split now, you may regret it later. Okay? You've given up the dream and decided to stay put, whether you're fulfilled and satisfied or not. Eight of Cups reversed. You're following a fantasy. You're not seeing the reality of your situation. You're indulging in emotions. This situation can lead to depression, though. You're stagnating because you're indulging in emotions without rational thinking and considering the facts of the situation. Okay? There may be a fear of change, a fear of loss. Maybe you're accepting less. Things have become monotonous. Your fourth card is the Eight of Swords. This card represents your past, but is relevant to your current situation. And this is a card, again, of indecision. Feeling hopeless, being silenced. And it's a card of entrapment. It's a card of feeling trapped. It's a card of ignorance. It could be self-imposed restriction. It's a card of crisis, dilemma, being paralyzed by fear. Okay? Feeling helpless, powerless, like your hands are tied. This card again is represented by your past, but is relevant to your current situation. The Eight of Swords again is Gemini energy. Feeling restricted, victimized, the inability to act. It's a card of mistrust, anxiety, feeling pressured, feeling isolated from others, feeling like you're backed into the corner. And I want to mention that silence, being silenced, comes up a couple times in your reading. Okay? The Eight of Swords can be an extremely negative card. It represents a situation that causes great unhappiness. But Pisces, you can change the situation, okay? You can change it. You do have choices, okay? You feel trapped, either unable or unwilling to choose, therefore stuck in a painful state. Spirit is saying you're your own worst enemy, Pisces. Pisces, I want to also make clear that all the messages you received today are from Spirit. They're not from me, unless I tell you they're from me, okay? I just channel the messages, so please don't shoot the messenger, okay? You feel helpless, problems surround you, trapped, no matter where you look. Danger, obstacles, and problems confront you. And while the situation is as bad as you think, escape is possible. You do have a choice, even if they're two awful choices. You do have a choice, okay? You're not trapped there. It's your fears, your refusal to confront your situation, your inability to make decisions that are keeping you imprisoned or that are limiting your movement. You need to be brave when faced with problems and face them head on so you're able to solve them. You can't be paralyzed by your fears forever, okay? If you don't make a move, I can guarantee you that the universe will step in and you will receive a tower moment. The universe will definitely make the change for you. A stalemate situation, trapped conditions, the constraints and limitations are maybe self-imposed. They may persist due to fear and indecision. Any positive action that you do has the power to end this stagnation. Okay? You know that saying, fear, what fear stands for? False evidence appearing real. Okay? You can get out of this situation, okay? And then your immediate future card is the Page of Swords, and it came out reversed. You're being defensive. You have your head is in the clouds. Having your head in the clouds, there's a lack of mental agility. There's deception, manipulation, all talk, scatterbrained, rude, sarcastic. Take what resonates, ignore the rest. They're not from me. This is malicious gossip. This is bad or disappointing news, a lack of planning, a lack of ideas, a player, someone who plays mind games, is paranoid. There's a lack of mental agility. Okay, that's coming up again. Yeah, defensive. You need to express yourself. Being blunt, being abrasive, cynical, sarcastic, manipulation, deception is all represented by the Page of Swords reversed, male or female. This page wants to know it all, but is more interested in knowing things they shouldn't or that others would rather they not know. They are not likely to keep any secrets, no matter how much they promise. Okay. Um, Page of Swords reversed can indicate a significant mental state or the need for professional assistance to address one's mental state. So let me be the first one to say that if you are struggling, there is absolutely 100% no shame in getting help. Okay? I believe in my soul that the people who go and get help are the strongest people, because they have self-love and they have self-worth and they know they're worth it, and they know that their mental health is, they deserve it. They deserve to feel strong, mentally strong. The Page of Swords represents someone who's having trouble getting it together. Although this young person is attractive, charming, eager, confident, clever, active, they aren't strictly on the right track. This Page of Swords reverse could represent someone who's sponging off others, maybe their parents or friends. It could represent someone who's bad-tempered or capable of spiteful action. Insecurity lies at the root of this person's actions. And then your sixth card is the King of Cups. This is the outcome that you desire most in your situation. This card is saying that you're in control, you're grounded. Maybe seek an advisor or a counselor. The outcome you want is someone who's emotionally, you want to be emotionally balanced. You want to be a good husband, father, partner, or wife, mother, partner. The King of Cups is someone who's kind, honorable, wise, sympathetic, responsible. The outcome that you desire most in your situation, the King of Cups. Scorpio energy, grounded, in control, could represent a spiritual guide, someone who, the King of Cups is loyal, faithful, responsible, compassionate, friendly, family-oriented. He could represent a married man, sympathetic, can sometimes be easily swayed. The King indicates someone who is kindly disposed. A benevolent father figure who may represent your own father or someone who fills that role for you. He could also signify an older man with whom you either have or want a romantic relationship. Whether as a friend, advisor, or lover, he is utterly trustworthy, independent. He can be relied upon to come through for you when you need him. The King of Cups is a man or woman in a general reading of culture, interested in the arts, possibly himself a creative type. This card also indicates a situation that is favorable, especially in an artistic pursuit. This king is peaceful, sensitive, affectionate, and calm. He loves his home and values family and a relaxed home life. He prefers to lead by teaching through gentle guidance. He may enjoy expressing himself creatively, but is even more supportive of others' creativity, sometimes at the expense of his own. He is generally friendly and caring, a very nice man to have around. He can be overly sentimental and may seem soft to those who don't know him well. Very balanced and caring, very mature, kind, someone in a high position. He has a very creative imagination. He wants to connect with his unconscious emotions. And despite being the master of emotions, his frequent mood swings imply that he is not fully connected to his element, that he is somewhat troubled by expressing his emotions and feelings, or is duty bound to make others happy. This king seems uncomfortable with the world of emotions. He doesn't express his true feelings. Very private. This person is having difficulty connecting with their genuine feelings. If this resonates with you, Pisces, ask your angels and guides to help you, which they will. Ask them to help you if you're having to make a decision, to guide you, to give you some insight, and then just quiet your mind so you can receive the messages. If your mind is too busy, you won't receive the guidance, okay? And then your self-image card, how you see yourself. You got the Chariot. This is a card about lack of control again, lack of direction again. The Chariot is someone who needs self-discipline, or maybe you have self-discipline. It's a card of no control, a lack of self-control, being forceful, being aggressive, having to deal with obstacles. The Chariot reversed. Excuse me, so extra protection from spirit. This card is represented by Cancer in astrology. Being blocked by obstacles, feeling powerless again. When I say again, it's just spirit repeating the messages. You know, that feeling of being trapped and stuff. The changes and transitions are happening internally at a rapid rate. Things are moving so fast that you may feel out of control and struggle to keep your head above water. Maybe it feels like you're being pulled in two directions at once and are stressed out by the pressure. Pisces, you need to choose a direction carefully and accept the process of inner transition as a positive one. You need to be clear about your direction in life. The more you can tune into your own transition process, the more control over it you can exert. When I was meditating on your reading before I started it today, the message that I got was, you know, we only grow and evolve when we are in uncomfortable situations. When we're comfortable, we don't grow from those times, okay? We grow when we have to change, when it feels hard and difficult, right? There's a lack of discipline. There's a situation out of control. There may be addiction, envy, Someone is afraid to use their abilities. This is a card of arrogance again, or a lack of confidence. Someone is burying their head in the sand. Spirit already mentioned that. Having their head in the clouds or burying their head in the sand. This card could also be warning you against overwhelming ambition, burnout, or wasting resources. This card is warning you of two things. Beware of letting others take control of you, and also beware of there is a danger of you running over everyone in your path in your haste to reach your goal. It may be wise for you to slow down and see what lies ahead before you go barreling down the road. And then your environment card, or how others see you in your situation, you have the Five of Swords reversed. You're moving on. You want to reconcile. You have a desire to forgive, a desire to reconcile. This is a card of resentment, regret, remorse. You may want peaceful resolution. You may want to communicate. This is a card of being relentless, or cutting your losses. The Five of Swords represents your environment, or how others see you in your situation. It's Aquarius energy. It's a card about risking everything, compromising, ending conflict, releasing stress, overcoming challenges, having to make a major sacrifice, being held accountable. It's a card of shame, humiliation, escalating violence, not heeding warnings, surrendering to challenges. This card could suggest an empty victory that was not worth the energy and consequences. It's a card of revenge, making amends, past resentment. This card is letting you know, when it comes out reversed, that strained times are ending soon. Okay? If you've been having to deal with something, some strained times are ending soon. And that your losses have hit you hard. And again, Spirit is saying you're in a state of great unhappiness. You feel hurt, betrayed, angry, discouraged, but only you can pull yourself out of your misery. You may feel confused about why the crisis occurred, but deep down you know the reasons, you just don't want to face them. And then your hopes and fears, what you hope for and fear the most in your situation, is the High Priestess, reverse. This is a card about being silenced again. It's about secrets, repressed feelings, withdrawal, a lack of center. You've lost your inner voice, a lack of self-belief. Your intuition is repressed. Okay, withdrawal, fertility issues, sexual tension, hidden motives, confusion again, blocked psychic powers, unwanted attention, uncontrolled outbursts can all be represented by the High Priestess reversed, your hopes and fears. This is a card of negative psychic influences. It's a card of self-delusion. Some of you may be using your psychic abilities to manipulate. This card could represent drug and alcohol overuse. It may suggest mental illness, a muddled mind, suppressed or neglected intuitive feelings. It represents hidden influences, someone who's working against you, or that you're surrounded by shallow, superficial individuals. This card warns you to be cautious and to keep your own counsel. Okay? This card warns of knowledge withheld. You may be seeking something that you are not meant to know. Okay, I'm just getting another message here. So, Spirit is saying that, you know, karma, it's a real thing. Okay, Pisces? If someone has hurt you and you want to get revenge or whatever that it is, I have to tell you that the universe is saying don't worry about it, because you could plan a whole day on how you want to get back at someone that hurt you, and it won't even come close to what the universe has in store for this person. Okay? Just focus on you, focus on your path, and let the universe take care of the rest. Okay? Someone may be keeping something from you that you need to know, or this could mean that you have knowledge that needs to remain a secret, at least for now. Take it however it resonates, okay? Secrets is coming up again. Something within you is seeking recognition. You may have been neglecting your true purpose, although at a deep level, you're aware that motivation is stirring to make a change. You may be keeping this situation private for now, not wanting others to know about it. But those around you may notice that you seem vague or not quite yourself, but that's okay. Just ignore them. You're in the process of manifesting spiritual fulfillment and well-being. Being disconnected from your intuition, repressed feelings, being silenced, superficiality, hidden motives, and then your future, if all is to remain as is the Ten of Pentacles. Your future is all about marriage, contentment, marrying into money, being conventional, having responsibilities, being traditional, having financial security. This is what you have to look forward to in your future. Legacy, roots, a family home, a windfall, ancestry, settling down, prenups. This is a card of deeds, trust funds, sharing rewards. It's a card of long-term success, receiving a lump sum of money. This card represents a strong, secure foundation, usually based on family ties, whether a home or business. It could also deal with legacies received and given. So either you will receive a legacy or small winnings to invest in your future, or you may acquire a home or business of your own, creating security for you and your loved ones. Or maybe you are going to invest in the community in some way. The Ten of Pentacles is a happy card, indicating a solid and secure life, both in business and with your family. Your work and planning have paid off, and now you're enjoying the fruits of your labor. This is what you get to look forward to. You're emphasizing home and family at this point, now that you have a secure income to support them. Maybe you're planning on buying a car or that house that you've always wanted. Family matters are at the forefront. You have the leisure to concentrate on personal affairs. This is a card, this card represents a time of financial security, like marrying into money or receiving an inheritance. We are members of both a family and a community, and that while we seek physical well-being and prosperity in our daily lives, seeking spiritual fulfillment is also important. This card represents long-term success based on spiritual wisdom and understanding. The card's message is that acquiring material gain through a balanced attitude will last for generations. Okay? Purchase of a home, stability, permanence, family money, financial comfort. You will get used to living in luxury, but be careful not to grow complacent and overindulgent. Long-term prosperity and material contentment have been achieved. You're at ease in your own house and will be in a position or have the potential to leave a wonderful legacy to your descendants. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And yeah, inheritance. And then your last message is your animal spirit card, and you got the butterfly energy. You are undergoing great change, Pisces. A lot of signs are actually. A lot. There's definitely a shift in the energy on the planet. But you are undergoing great change and transformation, as Spirit has already mentioned. The energy of the butterfly is with us during periods of transition. Since air is the element of the heart, this change usually involves relationships. That's why you got the lovers at the beginning, right? Or if you love your job, perhaps your career. Since transition is accompanied by some amount of discomfort, growth, like I mentioned, you need to be extra patient and kind during this time, especially if the butterfly is you. Let solid friends and activities support you like a cocoon. Commit to one daily routine. Commit to one daily routine done at the same place and time, like a meal, some kind of practice or prayer. Okay? Do it at the same place and the same time. It will do wonders for lifting a butterfly's spirit. When you are in balance, you're cheerful and graceful. When you're out of balance, you become fragile and frustrated. To bring yourself back into balance, Spirit recommends some kind of daily routine. Okay, Pisces, so that is your reading today. Thank you so much for letting me channel these messages today. I'm super grateful. I'm sending you lots of love and a big hug. And remember, if you're struggling, go talk to someone that you trust, I'm telling you right now, if you're struggling with something and you go talk to someone that you have a connection with, you come out feeling like you have superpowers, okay? You grow 10 feet mentally. Take good care. I'll see you next time. Bye.